Alright guys, before we get started, I'd like to thank those of you who have hit the like button and also those of you who have commented on every video that they've watched, because it's so important for our engagement and for actually getting the word out, and it brings this content to new people. And if you're new and you haven't already, make sure to do it. Click on the little red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and join the League of Madcatt Artists. Let's get great together day by day. Let's start drawing. What is going on, guys? It's Madcatt here with another Madcatt Art Series tutorial, and in today's episode we're going to learn how to paint a figure without having to use expensive Copics and other expensive equipment to get a fantastic colored image. Let's start drawing. So here I'm drawing a character from Hero Academia, Bakugo. I've never really drawn him before, or any of these characters for that matter, but I love the series. If you guys haven't watched it, you have to. It's amazing. I really enjoyed it. One of the reasons for making this video is that I was initially going to do this in Copic Markers, and when I got to the store and was about to purchase them, I started thinking, man, these are really expensive, and I mean, I'd hate for someone to have to go buy these just to follow tutorials. So then I thought, you know what, there's a very affordable way to make that look almost like Copics and at the same time get a very beautiful looking image in color. So if you don't want to have to break the bank or charge up your MasterCard or Visa card, stick around till the end, because I'm going to share some really great tricks and tips on how to maximize the potential of very simple and affordable watercolor palettes. What we're going to be using is some simple watercolors and some art grade color pencils. I'll leave a link down below just in case you guys want to use what I'm using. So here I'm just going through and adding all of the details to the character, adding a few elements, fire, some color lights beaming through the back, just to add some contrast when we start adding color. Here I'm just adding definition, just getting the form, loosely drawing it, no big deal. As it's my first time drawing him, you'll see that I have my iPhone on the side there, and then I just kind of abandon it and say, ah, the heck with it. I'm tired of holding this thing. But, you know, it caused me to kind of have my image a little off balanced, and that kind of bothered me a little bit. But anyways, just going through, as I'm drawing them, I realize that, you know, I'm really having a good time with this. You guys really got to try some of these animation characters. They're really cool. In fact, I'll probably do a couple more of the Academia Hero series. It's funny because some of my favorite characters on the show, although character-wise I like the heroes, but the villains are really cool and interesting. I mean, to kind of draw those guys would be kind of fun. But we'll see which ones we end up doing. In fact, if you guys want, post down below, make a comment, let me know which one you guys would like to see. I'd love to do something you guys want to see. But here I'm just adding some ink, just trying to get a clean image of what I've done already. Just a fast, quick, kind of single line. I'm not really doing any heavy weighted lines for like shadow and depth and things like that. A couple of one here and there, just because the initial image called for them, but I'm really just single lining this because I'm going to add color to it, and the color is going to give the weight to shadows and lights and things, so that's kind of what I'm banking on. One thing I should probably mention is that when you're doing the ink work, make sure it's ink that doesn't run or doesn't become active with water. Something like a Pigma marker, Pigma pen, or, you know, India ink. Things that don't bleed when you brush over water on it and don't reactivate the ink color. Very crucial, guys. Here I'm putting the first coat of red on the straps of Bakugo's chest. In this method of watercoloring, you're going to want to kind of brush a little wet here. Your color is going to be a little light, but for the sake of making it consistent, you're going to want to go on light and kind of go over what you have done prior to, so that way you make kind of a consistent color. A quick note though, when you're going on wet, I don't mean slopping on water and going nuts. I'm talking about controlled wet. You're going to have to try this a couple times before you get the hang of it, but the learning curve is quick. Next, I'm going on with the skin tone. You're going to see that I'm basically laying what in digital color you would call flats. I'm basically just laying flat color over the whole entire image. The reason you want to do this right now is that as these pieces are being colored, it allows for the pieces prior to dry, and you're going to need this for the second step. Now here you'll notice that I'm adding another layer of red, and as you can see, it's giving the effect of a darker red tone. This is the kind of thing that happens with the Copic markers. I'm not saying that this is going to replace the Copic marker or that it's even as good. I'm simply saying that you can still get great quality artwork and not have to wait to afford these very expensive pens until you can. And then you can try that new medium and see what that does. Because what will happen is you'll start to blend watercolor and Copic, and and then all of a sudden you're creating pieces that people are like, wow, how'd you do that? So this is just another artistic weapon in your arsenal. So as I'm layering more red and adding color, just understand that when it dries you can add yet another color of red and it becomes a deeper red, and so forth and so on. This is basically the effect of these more expensive pens, and the more you apply, the better it'll be. In this example I was very quick, but if you really take your time and pace yourself and allow for the drying and all that, you really can put out some incredible work. I'm really excited and looking forward to you guys working on a piece like this and sharing it with me. Share it with the world. In fact, go to my Instagram and show me what you guys have done. I'd love to showcase your guys' work, and I really am interested to see how well these techniques work for you guys, because I really want to help you guys get better. So in this third step, basically what you want to do now is allow the water to really soak into the paint, and this way you can get these solid colors from your paint. So when you go over the shadow areas that you want to shadow, you can achieve the manga shadowing that they do in books and TV shows, and similar to the Copic pen as well. Now for a little extra artistic effect, I pulled out my Prismacolor Premier color pencils. This is just an extra step, guys. You don't have to do this part. This is just me trying to add a little bit more and also just play with the medium. I was happy with the end result. You guys don't have to. Again, art is an expression of yourself, so express yourself the way you will. Well, this one was a lot of fun, guys. I really enjoyed myself in this piece. If you guys liked what you saw and want to see more, please hit the subscribe button and also hit that notification bell button so that way you guys can be notified when I post. I try to post on a daily basis, and I try to put out as much information and content that can help you guys the best that I know how. So for tips and tricks and how to save money and how to do art on a budget, or even just how to do art with certain tools, please stay tuned because I got a lot more coming. I got a lot more knowledge and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. And until next time, keep drawing.